old films we could be able to use. But also it was a kind of searching process, of course, to find something which can be used. And yeah, and we went also filming. Some of the filmings were adventure, some of the filmings were unexpected, but actually in the end I'm very happy about it because the visual in fact effect is really important, isn't it? And especially to have some archive from the one time the film is actually playing in.
It is. And I found it so educational because I don't know a great deal about Buddhism. And so there is so much that is in your film, Meeting the Buddha, about the Buddhist philosophy, about Tibetan Buddhism, and so on. Tell me more about that discovery aspect that you want the audience to discover.
Well, first of all, I want the audience to be free. And I think this film has such a rich content and so many approaches. And as actually, it relies on the stories of the protagonists and actually many protagonists in a way, the Tibetan lamas, the story of Lama Ulu and Hanna, how they learned Buddhism and how they learned to practice and also share what they knew around the world. And I think I really hope that these inspiring stories or examples give some courage, give some people some thoughts or questions, or they get intrigued. I think it's more about the examples, what one can follow.
Yes.
Peter, I don't hear you. Did you say something?
No, no, no. No, I was just waiting
Sorry.
for you to finish. That's okay. Keep going.
Did you say something? Because I saw you were moving, but I couldn't
No,
hear.
no, I was just waiting for you to keep going about the discovery aspect of
Okay,
your
okay.
film. So, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think, yeah. So I leave it the audience. That's the thing. I think everybody likes to hear a true story, and I always think kind of biographical stories, they always show us some aspect where we can learn from other people's life and other people's stories. We can learn how to do things or how not to do things, or they maybe can give or add something to our own experiences. So this is what I hope.
Okay, excellent. It must have taken you quite a long time to edit the film because there's so much that's going on in the film, and as you said, with the archival footage, which is so important. Tell me about all that.
Yeah, it's editing is really it was a long process. But I think as and I can imagine that many filmmakers agree with me, the structure is very important and to create a story before you touch any footage. And that's why what we worked on very much to create the story, put together what we want to tell. So we had a structure of 14 chapters, and according to this, we started to collect the the content from different interviews, like we worked with paper edit, with transcription of the interviews. And then when the story was more stable, we started to put on the visuals and play and use these different aspects of the film, what makes it more understandable and emotional.
I understand. And how has the Buddhist community reacted to your film?
Well, it's a thankful community, and I think I would say it's moved, very grateful. It's amazing. It really gives something. I mean, I had several screenings and different countries, in the US and Europe. We had screenings and Denmark and also private screening in Germany and France. And I can see that really the Buddhist community is reacting like, I mean, very emotional, and also some say it's really moves them, or they say it's really something where one can just use it in their own practice. The presence of these masters and teachers one can see in the film, it's very inspiring. And Yeah, it's a very, very grateful audience.
Uh-huh. How interesting to hear all that. And your film has been shown, and your first film too, around the world, hasn't it? You've had a huge audience,
Yes, yes.
which is great.
Yeah,
And
it was shown. Yeah, and actually it's the
Marta, you're back. I lost you there for a
yeah.
moment, for a few minutes. So, yes, you're talking about the screening the film overseas and in many countries and the reactions that you're getting from that.
Yeah, so the film was screened in few countries in the US and also now in Denmark. Europe started in Bulgaria and it will be in Germany, Austria, Hungary. It's coming and now Australia. So it's quite exciting.
It is, it is. Which is, it's great to see the documentary. And um, tell me about uh, apart from the editing, which of course is always difficult, about other aspects of the film, the
I
and
can't
so
hear
on.
you.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't hear
sorry.
me? Yeah, no, okay. Uh,
Shall we try from your phone?
no. Um, uh, okay. Can you hear me, Marta? Okay, there you are. Yeah. All right. Yep, I can see you again. You're speaking, but I can't hear you. Um, okay. Uh, okay. Marta, you there? Okay, Marta, can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
And I just tried from my friend's phone,
Ah,
so maybe it's better.
maybe that's
Yeah.
better. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's
Sorry. Hmm.
no, it's all right. It's internet is wonderful. Now, I was just asking you about other logistics about how easy was it to film, to use cameras, to have access to so much in the Buddhist community to be able to film.
How I was, what? Sorry.
How easy was it to have access to film so much?
Oh, it wasn't difficult. It wasn't difficult. The Buddhist community was not a problem at all. It was actually quite easy, and also it was yeah, it was actually very helpful, and I got amazing, beautiful support from the Diamond Bay communities, but also from the Dakpo, from France, from the community of Lama Jigme Rinpoche and other ones. So I think it was so much support behind this film. It was really touching, actually. It's incredible.
That is terrific news. And were you, in terms of the way you filmed Meeting the Buddha and maybe your first film, Hannah, Buddhism's Untold Journey, did you have any documentaries or documentary filmmakers that may have influenced your approach to making the films?
Well, I wouldn't say one particular, but I must admit I watched several documentaries which inspired me, that's for sure. And by Hannah film, I got inspired that I tried that the narrative is that Hannah is telling her own story, which was, I think, really nice. And here with Meeting the Buddha, I was inspired by this parallel storytelling a little bit, like parallel lives. And It was a little bit like to get the two protagonists telling their stories parallel until they meet. Yeah, I got inspired by many films, not only one, I must say, I'm sure. It really helped to watch several documentaries and historical documentaries, biographical just documentaries, and also films because it's also about storytelling.
It certainly is. What inspired you to be a filmmaker in the first place?
As I said, it was not really a conscious decision now of a filmmaker. I just wanted to tell the story of Hannah. And I think this is maybe what it's a behind of many people who do something like this. They just want to share a story. And the filmmaking is a language, is a way of telling or showing or sharing or giving a voice, especially if it's about documentary.
Yes, yes. Do you have plans to do another film on this topic or another topic?
No, I think it's too early. It's also, I think it has to bring itself. Let's see what the future brings. At the moment, I'm quite busy still with this film, bringing around and keeping me busy. No problem at all. That let's see what will happen.
Okay, okay, that's great to hear. But the important thing is bringing Buddhism to the world, and I think because I don't think I've seen too many other films that really discuss Buddhism, apart from some fictional films, perhaps that have looked at Buddhism, which you probably found are not necessarily very accurate.
I think fictional films are also great. I think any of this which shows something. I guess it's documentaries are sometimes more challenging. So to keep the documentary a little bit more interesting, not only facts telling. So I think I can imagine more to come. So there are some biographies here and there, but yeah, not that many. You're right.
Okay, that's excellent. All right. Well, look, it's sorry for the internet issues and so on, but I think we've covered the film now quite well. And I'm wondering, after the film has its cinema release, Meeting the Buddha in particular, are you looking at perhaps DVD or streaming release or some other ways that people can see the film?
Absolutely, we are looking into that. Though first, we really want to have few rounds on the cinema because it is a cinematographic film, and I really hope we all that cinema can survive. It's so important. We all know the cinema world is struggling and financially is not easy. And to watch some films in the cinemas, I think it's such a different experience. So it's not only for my film, but general. I really hope that it stays and we all can have it and sitting there. It's amazing thing, and to share it together with others, it's still something, isn't it? So, but of course it will be on stream, and I'm probably very soon, few months, and then it will be available, and we will let everybody know. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, so all the news are coming on Meeting the Buddha. Thank you very much.
Excellent to hear all that. Meeting the Buddha now in selected cinemas across Australia, and we've been speaking to the director, Marta Gyoergy Kessler. Marta, thanks so much for talking with me. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Have a
Bye bye.
lovely day.
You
Take
too.
care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.